right, so the funnest part about this is this part, which you're gonna need a light and a dust mask for, because usually there's some stuff going on where we're going. Under here, we've got to remove the vents. Usually it's rusty crusty up in there because it's old Mustang convertible. And this vent just needs to go away because they really, I mean, if we want fresh air, we just remove the top. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that vent, and I'll put you on time lapse. Time to get serious. All right, so I've got this cleaned up down under here, and now it's time to put the caps on the air vents. Usually the hardest part of this job. Let's get to it. All right, so you have your fresh air block. Before you take off the adhesive, you want to kind of mock it up there and see where the best placement of your screws are. So you can go ahead and get those pre-drilled in here, but you want to find the best place under here has the best meat in here. Ah, Chewbacca's back. God, that's gross. You know, go ahead and drill your holes through here, mock it up. So get under here, mock up where you have access for your holes. Looks like I got access to all around. In this one, it's really easy. So I'll show you how to set this up. So what I did is I rolled the edging back just so I could make these pilot holes in this cover first. And then I'm gonna stick it up in there and use the adhesive, kind of hold everything in place while I make some pilot holes and screw those up underneath there. Let's get to it. Position it to where you can access all of those. So give it a good stick with the adhesive, let it come on, push out. Push it. Push it real good. There's one. There's two. There's three. Good one. And she's up in there, good. So that seems to be the easiest way to get it up in there. Make sure you pilot the holes and roll that adhesive gunk, for lack of a better word, over out of the way of the screws, or it'll just like roll up in there. Ask me how I know. Let's go. So next I attached the AC unit to the firewall using the supplied bracket. There'll be 4 studs that go through the firewall and then connect with a 1/4-20 nut. And then you follow that with this rubber gasket that tucks inside the firewall hole.
Alright.
So now you just want to connect your other little bit of hose, which by the way, it is big enough. It's always good when your hose is big enough. And just work it on there. I just gotta get you guys situated so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, I need your hand on the hose. There it goes. And then you just, again, just want to take a little foil tape. So now that we have the entire unit in and the louvers in, now we can just work on our side vents, installing our side vent, and then just getting the rest of this dash put together. Like I still need to install the dash, everything. So let's get to it. So next is you've got to install the center vent, and if it's a factory car that has not been messed with, then you still have some edits to do. So you're going to want to cut a few things out to make sure that it fits. Now that that's cut away, this will fit inside here pretty well. Nice. All right, so now to run some ducts to this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this to the center. Make sure that's nice and tight, and then you can pull it off and pull it through if you want. Kind of make sure this stays where we want it. And there we go. We have our vent in there, and all is bueno. So included in the Old Air Products kit are these dash vents. They're factory style and they're really great quality. There's some wiring that attaches to the driver vent that controls all the servos. This replaces all those cables that typically are usually very rusty crusty. Now let's get to some wiring. So I ran all the wires over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and make some connections. So this wire obviously will go together like that. These two wires right here will go on top of the thermostat. So When installing the expansion valve, unravel the copper tubing and attach it to the line above it at the 9 o'clock position. Next, I routed the AC lines, starting with the line coming from the expansion valve. I'm just mocking up all this. This goes here, here. Yep. All right, so this little guy here, it does not have an O-ring. It comes with one in the packet, but the one in the packet is for the pressure switch that attaches on there. But yeah, you just put a regular green O-ring on this one, we'll lube it up and then it'll attach it. So let's do that. Kind of hold it where you want it. Cinch it down pretty tight. Not crazy though. The O-ring kind of does its magic. All right, so now that you've got this kind of loose fit, you can tilt it over and get it in position. I just like the way it fits on its side in here. It just seems to give it a little bit cleaner effect, I think anyway. All right, so we're at 27 and we're gonna close it off and see if it holds that. Shut the pump off. So if it holds that, we'll put Freon in it. If it doesn't, then we gotta go find leaks. See if it'll start, maybe. Yeah, I idled it up. So you want the idle about 1500. You can see it's holding the vacuum. I gotta plug it up. Don't want to get close to that wire. Gotta find my other wire. That fan is tightening this up. Go ahead and activate this can. And we're gonna start giving it some juice. Once it hits about 20 pounds of pressure, this compressor will kick on. Maybe. There it goes. He's taking some Freon now. You want this to be about 2.5 times the outside temperature right now, is what this should be. So, boom. And now it's time to take a test drive. Guys, thanks so much for watching. And I have to say that Old Air Products has a great product in that hurricane system, and it really cools down well. And after a few weeks of using this system, I've just seriously enjoyed it. It's nice having AC, even though the top can come down on this thing, it still gets hot enough here where I'm at to need it. I would love to answer any questions you got. Please drop them in the comments, and until next time, guys.